over the years, if there is one thing I've been very consistent with, it is definitely about the country called Nigeria, with special interests in talking about the regionalization of this nation. You will only be lying to yourself. You will only be living in a world that doesn't exist if you don't acknowledge the reality that as Nigeria is run at the moment, we can't make any progress as a nation. It's not even possible. Nigeria is a nation that is comprised of so many tribes. And unfortunately, we're all looking at the nation from the place of our tribal lenses. So what happens in Nigeria is that the time that President Muhammad Buhari was in charge, the guys from the north felt, okay, it was their turn, and then for that reason, they had to support their brother at all costs. So they didn't also understand that it was a time for them to demand for a leadership that was national and that was patriotic in its delivery. Fast forward to this year, the president is from the southwest, and the guys from the west are all screaming that it's all about the brother and everything. But in all of this, the Nigerian nation has never gotten better. I'm one of the people who believe strongly in regionalization of the Nigerian state. That's the only time we can make a progress in this nation. As long as we are lumped up the way we are lumped and ruled the way we are ruled, be rest assured that nothing exceptional is going to happen in the Nigerian state. We are going to have INEC do worse than they've done. We saw what happened in South Africa some weeks ago, or some days ago when they conducted their presidential election. You could see the quality of delivery. But unfortunately, when it comes to Nigeria, it's all about games. It's all about manipulating the system in such a way that as a Nigerian, we literally don't have much input into who governs us. And this is the reason why international investors are not really looking in the direction of the Nigerian state, because you can't even predict a pattern to our nationality with respect to the policies and everything. It is almost clear that whoever is able to untwist the other person can get into power and do what is in the interest of those of them that are in power. And then if the people that came in to do business were very friendly with the other government, they can decide to attack your business and you lose everything you've invested in the nation. So back to the conversation. Some days ago, there was this heated conversation in the Nigerian media space. And guess what that conversation was all about? Some northern politicians, 3 of them, had come to oppose the anti-open grazing bill at the federal legislature. How dare you, in a 21st century situation, in 2024, you are standing up and you are saying that we should continue to allow our brothers who are the Fulanis, I'm never talking about those of them that are invading our nation, to continue carrying their cows, moving from one place to the other, not minding the harm that these guys are causing to our agricultural establishments in the nation. What do you think is responsible for this level of hunger going on in Nigeria? Is it not clear to you that the Nigerian state is outrightly insecure? And the roles that these nomads are playing, because by the time they overrun your farm, you lose everything. And with the rate at which these guys are killing people, farmers are scared to go to the farms. So we are having a terrible level of insecurity in the Nigerian state. Yet, some legislators whom their kids are all over outside the country, some legislators who are living in Abuja are here telling us that the best thing that we can do for the Fulani people is to allow them to move around with their cows and cattle from the age of 7, 8, 9. These kids are already living in the bush. But your own children are overseas. Your own children are working in choice offices, but you don't want to give these people a semblance of a sane life so that you can always control them, do anything you want to do with them. What are we asking for? The law is saying provide ranches. Is that too much to ask for? But you don't want it. You want them to move from one farm to the other, destroying every farm they pass through, causing as much frictions as they cause, and then you keep on using that to control them and to be in power. I understand these are the things our brothers will say, and they say we are not supposed to be in the same country with these people. But I disagree. I feel that we should pursue the regional agenda. Let our regions speak for us. Let us be governed along the lines of our regions. Let us show these men what it takes to prioritize your people and lead in the interest of the people. You want to move your cows from location A to B without paying attention to other people's farms, without paying attention to the destruction you are causing. Then when you are opposed, the next thing you do is farmers headers clash starts off. Dear Senator Godswill Akpabio, this is a call to you. On no account should this open grazing bill be killed. On no account.